Enoy Extreme Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
No, it is stealing the party.
Well,
it is stealing NRM.
Well,
like you have been stealing our parties, now you are stealing your own.
Well, Simon and viewers, I'm now in Parliament. You are going to hear me more on the.
You haven't taken oath
on the things that you know. I have 40 years of experience of watching and participating. You are going to hear me more, and I want to concur with your grandfather, with my son, because you know they came from this one, settled this way. So, Anita, the persona, regardless of what you think about her, she has a good persona. You have seen her. There's nobody she doesn't hug. Have you noticed? Today was my first time to visit her. And actually, I was led, let me, with her permission, most likely she's watching. I actually had a conversation with her in her bedroom. I was seated on her bed. And
I'm sure you were in a different mission.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could be. But also, this is a story many people who have visited her at her home told me, that she finds it very easy to take somebody to have a conversation from her bedroom. So if somebody takes you that way, I think you would find it irresistible, most likely, not to like that persona, no matter the accusations. Two, officially we have been told is fighting corruption. In our laws, is it the job of the CDF and the military to fight corruption in the civilian institutions? Then
the other institutions
then you ask yourself of what evidential value that evidence gathered is or will be to the courts of Uganda. If you go with soldiers, you go with fire trucks to either threaten or intimidate somebody to open their house.
You go with swords.
You go with swords.
Power swords. I
have been told that on the first day, there was no search warrant. The first search warrant was brought the following day. If it is fighting corruption, that should stand the test of the law in court. Would it be? So, to me, the question of abuse, I would expect, and I think we are going to challenge on the floor, bring audited accounts of Parliament, and we see which money is lost by who. It's not just saying that because somebody has good houses, of course, Anita throws her wealth in the face of people and can be reversive. Yes, it is. Especially when not many people know you as a business person. The most way they know you is as a public official.
Yeah, but there was an exhibition, a parliamentary exhibition.
I don't go by exhibition. I don't expect the state of Uganda to rely on media exhibition. That can be a tip-off where you start.
A whistleblower.
A whistleblower.
Yeah.
But I don't expect the CID of Uganda, the IGG of Uganda, to use that now to carry somebody to the public.
Yeah, but you've had the public outcry.
Not to the slaughterhouse.
Even the president himself at one time complained about budget corruption.
You are the ones who are talking. You are the one who's talking about the rule of law. When you say the rule of law, what does it mean? If you accuse me, the accusation must be up to the standard of the law. That's what it means.
You have refused to defend Dr. Besigye.
I'm talking about today.
Today, that was yesterday.
If you're investigating corruption, do you go and put members and trucks to barricade as if you're dealing with the Al-Shabaab? So for me, I'm raising those because I think if you add 1 + 1, it will be equal to 5. What he's saying, that I think it is...
So many things are not adding up.
Not adding up. I would challenge the people who are conducting this let them give the public the update. Since they have decided
a daily update.
Since they have decided to play to the public gallery via the media.
Yes.
Do you find that normal? That everything they leaked to the media, they showed the media. Do you find that normal? That really you are prosecuting, you are investigating a criminal case. Do you find it normal to say, because we have found an expensive car of opulence according to you, and you announce we are going to sell it and take back the money? Is that how criminal investigations are concluded, prosecuted? That you find something in my compound and immediately say, announce, you are going to auction, you are going to sell it? Is that the standard of the laws of Uganda? This thing is embarrassing.
We do not have standards.
This thing,
let's look at it as if the CDF is now trying to buy into public trust.
No,
because when it comes to...
No, that's not how the laws of Uganda work, that you go and dance to the public if you want to buy. If you're fighting corruption, there are procedures in the law. There are procedures in the law. And I shudder. I admit.
Don't shudder.
I admit.
You built this monster.
Yes, we did. We did. We did. Don't you find Mwenda? I think Mwenda is shy, because when you say this power and transition, haven't some people said that they have dreamt, or other people have dreamt on their behalf that they would be presidents? Do you find that? Don't you connect those dots, even if it was a joke? Do you joke on state matters of that nature? Is that how we do things? So please. And now I go back, and I agree with Salam that I think the NRM is being hijacked. And I'm going to have the right forum, because we are going to have a caucus. If NRM has endorsed candidates, and along the way, the candidates get challenges like the one Anita is being accused of, is that how you review the candidate you have endorsed? That you allow another pressure group to come and say, we are now, and somebody says, you see, I've talked to so-and-so, and so-and-so has told me that your chairman has also endorsed. Is that how we want to run NRM? And also government, is that how we want to run it?
And then they go to the extent of rallying all NRM. And all NRM MPs abide.
No. They didn't rally NRM. They were clever. They said PLU leaning members of parliament and other MPs who are leaning to PLU. They didn't mention NRM.
Yeah, but look at more than 300 MPs.
I'm saying maybe you can qualify it, or you can term it, you can describe it as the foolishness of the NRM MPs, because they shouldn't have accepted.
Already foolish?
Or inclusive. Or naivety, or timidity.
Or all.
Or what they, and who doesn't know in this country that there are very few politicians at national level who have their own political gravitas, that they can say, here I am, this is not right, this is right. How many? So I think there are people who are taking advantage, and I agree with Salam that we have been building this type of politics.
Monster.
This type of politics where you find nobody who has their own gravitas. They look over their shoulders.
Yeah, but
and I don't think that's good.
No,
I don't think that's even good for the NRM. I don't think so.
When you're looking at the gravitas, or rather the hijack of NRM, it's now Kabanda stealing the show and issuing directives.
Well, that can
There's
be...
no stealing the show.
That can
There's
be
the
temporary.
one talking.
That can
There's
be
no
temporary.
show.
We have seen situations that are temporary. Whether the NRM members and leaders particularly will rise to the occasion is a different matter. When I say this, I am trying to tickle their mind to say not all is well. We can take comfort, because comfort zone is good. But is it the best? No. So, yes, the opulence of Anita, even the corruption, even the abuse may be there. But that's not how things are, that's not how things should be done. I'm just not talking about ask you know what, because Anita is not the first person. You remember Gen.Muhoozi and Mukula.
Global Fund.
Yes. Did we achieve?
Jim went to Luzira.
Did we achieve?
Mukula.
Bukenya went to Luzira. Did we achieve? Why? Because of the way those issues were handled. In the case of Geoffrey Kazinda and Chand Jamwa, where things were handled properly as they should be, didn't the state secure a credible outcome?
So if it is a fight against corruption, the state is shabby.
I think in this particular one, it is shabby.
Well,
and others, and I can say, I foresee that it's likely to end the way the one of Kenya, even if Anita was taken to court tomorrow, is likely to end the way the one of Kenya ended, the way the one of Muhoozi, Mukura, and others ended, which is not useful to the country.
Andrew, I'm looking at the key players in this entire saga. A Kabanda who was hitherto a strong ally, a dear friend to Anita Among, is being used or is running the show. What does that suggest to you? You are a member of the PLU.
First of all, I should tell you, Kakwanjal, I am not a very good person at discussing these details of the legal procedures and all this, because I consider them to be secondary. I'm much more interested in the big picture of what it is that Anita Among's problems are telling us. As I told you earlier, Anita Among's problems tell us that there is a power struggle.
Yeah, but this is critical.
Yes.
The issue I'm raising is also very critical.
Kabanda's personal relationship with Anita Among, I'm not an expert at it. And I cannot go to discuss that. But what I want to discuss...
So is he being used to hijack NRM?
I do not want to discuss the role of Kabanda in NRM. I am much more interested in the big picture of what is happening in Uganda's politics. So I want to come to both, my granddaughter here and ex-girlfriend, which is Salam Musumba and Ofwono Opondo. You see, Ofwono raises an important issue. Why is the CDF involved in this matter? Whence does he get this authority? I think that we as Ugandans need to think deeply about what is going on in our country and how our democratic process has led us to a bad place. Let me begin with what is visible. If you go and talk to people in the public, people are very happy with Muhoozi. They feel General Muhoozi has taken action that has been lacking. There is abuse of public resources in Uganda. There is exhibition by public officials of excessive wealth, and nothing takes place. And for all her strength, Anita Among was the poster child of that kind of exhibition. This has been her issue. People in 2024, they were doing parliamentary exhibition. They were showing her houses, her cars, her things like that, her dresses. So to that degree, his actions have been met with incredible, overwhelming, massive support across the entire country. Now, I have seen an article written by Asman Chiyinji criticizing me on this matter for celebrating Muhoozi's actions. And it's insightful. He's very critical of me, and I appreciate his argument that we need to strengthen our democratic institutions, not to allow a soldier to come and run roughshod over them. And Ofwono Opondo is making a similar point. It's a very good point. But that point is theoretical. The practical matter is that the conduct of our democratic process has led us to a place where Ugandans are frustrated with the quality of governance and are looking for a strong person to come and run roughshod over rights, disregard due process, if only he can resolve these things. Now, that cannot be a permanent solution to the country's problem. Of course, you need to build institutions. Now, I want to show you part of the problem of our democracy in Uganda, and I don't think our democracy, as it's currently constituted, can answer these problems.
May I request that we take a very short break?